So, Chris, a 2-2 draw here at Berkhamsted. How are you feeling after that? Emotions must be high.
Yeah, I mean, we've really been up against it the last kind of 48 hours, and we turned up today with a very thin squad and a mindset of when the chips are down, sometimes players can really dig deep, and that showed today. Going a goal down in the way that we did, and giving the opposition a bit of a leg up in that moment. It's something that we try and avoid in that regard, and it's just one of those things. It's happened, and boys go 1-0 down, and they rally hard. The effort, the work rate, the togetherness was fantastic, and we tweaked things a little bit at half time just to try and expose different areas of the pitch, and started the second half fantastically well. The confidence, the real belief, and some of the quality was excellent. And to go and get ourselves 2-1 in the lead, and just with 90 seconds left on the clock, and a sucker punch, and to a team that are very good at what they do. So on reflection, considering the hand that we were dealt in terms of players' availability this weekend, it's a good earned point. But again, it's a moment where it's fantastic that the players are in there disappointed that we've not won the game. So it shows that we've got a real group of togetherness and willing to work really, really hard. There's players in the lineup today that haven't played 90 minutes so far this season, and they really dug deep, and we just missed out at the end there.
Just a little bit on, obviously the squad, obviously not ideal situation coming in, like 4 key starters obviously not being able to make it. Just like how proud are you of the boys that they dug deep and obviously managed to grind out the result?
Oh, outstanding! I think that we're immensely proud. I mean, the fans that have travelled up here and given us their amazing support and being here with us have seen a group of players that have really been galvanised by the situation they're in, and they've put amazing work rate into the game. And unfortunately, we couldn't quite see it out in those last moments. But in terms of what we're going after as a football club, that's what we're going to see week in, week out. We had to really dig deep. We talk about trying to outwork the opposition and outthink the opposition. That was massive today, trying to outthink the opposition, because we knew that with a bare 11, it was going to be tough, really, really tough in terms of managing their physical load. And as I said, there's players out on that pitch that have played 90 minutes almost for the first time this season, off the back of pre-season. So, it's great to be in there at the end of the game, knowing that the boys have really dug in deep, and they've earned a hard-earned point. But I wouldn't pass it. I think any team in any level of football, that if they've got 10 players unavailable, it's going to affect kind of that match day. And we had a phone call a text message this morning from Scarfy that at 5 o'clock that he's gone into hospital with his wife, his girlfriend, and it's just one of those things that kind of flags up with football. And we've come today with 11 squad players and 2 young lads on the bench, along with myself and Peaks, and it just goes to show that the effort and the togetherness of the group was fantastic, and being able to put in that performance under so much pressure, under so much kind of scrutiny around availability, I think is fantastic. So yeah, really, really proud of the lads, and it's great to be a bit disheartened that we didn't see 3 points, and the boys are in there proud of themselves, but disappointed that we didn't come away with 3 points.
Yeah, obviously saying it was a great reaction to the second half. Obviously, well win, 2 minutes, obviously equalising, then taking the lead. Obviously, the first goal for Cruz. He's been waiting for that goal for quite a while, and finally came today. Just a little bit on his performance.
Yeah, I think that Cruz gives us a completely different dimension. He's a hard-working young man. He's strong, and he's still getting fit. He's still using the minutes that he's been earning over the last couple of games. That he's starting to see a real fit player, but once he scores, we see a different player altogether. Like the confidence floods back, and it was a real handful. I felt first half that in those 1v1 battles, those duels, I felt that he was, struggling at times with the physicality of the opposition. But as soon as the second half, we saw a different Cruz, and he was winning those duels. He was jumping early, winning his headers, and causing real problems for the centre halves. And he goes and gets his goal. And like I said, the change in his mentality was as if a weight had been lifted off his shoulders. An extra yard of pace, willingness to really run and take the game to the opposition. And I thought he was outstanding in that second half. But it was part of a group of players that really raised their levels in that second half. We saw a completely different attitude, a completely different approach from the players when we just juggle things around. And the boys have really earned this point today, and it can only bode well for moving forwards.
After 2 points in 2 games, we've got 2 more away games coming up in next week. Wimborne away. Just a little thought on that one.
Yeah, Wimborne are a side that are improving. They've got a decent budget behind them, and they're a good side that are well organised. And we know that going there on Tuesday night off the back of this is going to be a tough test. But we've got to take that confidence, that belief, and yeah, we are going to have 2 or 3 lads back available and in the squad, and that's going to give us strength and galvanise the group again. And it's a case of ensuring that, again, off the back of the Dorchester result, taking good moments and good positivity from that performance into today, and same again after today, take the good moments and try and make sure that we're a little bit more clean at times in transition, and yeah, going into that Tuesday game full of confidence and fresh legs, fresh approach, fresh players off the back of unavailability today to give us that added strength to the squad.